We're well into a third day of early voting. It is just wrapping up in the closely contested mayor's race. The leading candidates still moving furiously across the city, and today we saw another cross endorsement, a large union rally, and the New York Times specifically saying that voters should leave one prominent candidate off the ballot. Pix 11's Henry Rossop joins us live now with all that's happening on the mayor's race. Henry.
Yeah, I was with the two leading candidates, according to the polls, and dropped in on an early voting location. New Yorkers very much still grappling with who is best to run the city, and for Democrats especially, who's best to stand up to President Trump.
Former Governor Andrew Cuomo rallied with union support, including hotel workers, service workers, and carpenters. His closing argument in this Democratic primary is that he has the balance of experience and accomplishments to address the city's affordability crisis and to stand up to President Trump.
It's about what you get done. And no one has gotten done for the people of the state what I got done.
Cuomo and his campaign pointed to a New York Times editorial board write-up Monday in part to make this case. The Times bottom-lined this primary as a race between Cuomo and Queens Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani. Mamdani has excited voters with big promises of free bus service and freezing the rent for stabilized tenants, but faced questions about how he'll pay for it and if he has enough leadership experience. The Times piece included a scathing critique of Cuomo, his scandals and potential shortcomings, but saved its harshest criticism for Mamdani, saying point-blank New Yorkers should not vote for him.
I'm wondering what you make of the New York Times now saying you don't belong on anyone's ballot.
These are the opinions of about a dozen New Yorkers, and a democracy will be decided by close to 1 million New Yorkers. They certainly have the right to their opinions, and New Yorkers have the right to their votes, and I'm excited to earn those votes over this next week and become the next mayor of the city.
Mamdani took questions while getting endorsed by Michael Blake in the Bronx. Blake is a former assemblyman who's also running for mayor, but has not gotten a lot of traction in the polls. Now he's telling his supporters to rank Mamdani number 2 behind him on their ballots.
Zohran and I are listening to what our voters are saying over and over and over again. Affordability is our top issue.
So far, early voting totals have been roughly double of what they were during the 2021 race. The first 2 days over the weekend saw roughly 60,000 voters as opposed to roughly 30,000 voters 4 years ago. But that still overall does represent a relatively low turnout, so a little tough to read the tea leaves at this point.
But obviously people are engaged.
Seems that more than last year, but I've been saying to people talking about this online, double a small number can still be a small number. So, yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.